First of all, this is a... I think it's better this year and also next year.
Then we're live at 5 with the Patrick Johnson Show.
They always have great conversation.
You made my whole week.
The P-Man and ECU Athletics play here on 94.3 The Game. .3 The Game, WRHD-HD1, Farmville, Greenville. Powered by the Ritchie Law Firm Injury Lawyers. Go to GotBryan.com. That's GotBryan.com. Do you live ECU? Do you breathe purple and gold? Are you ready to hoist the colors? Now, time for the most in-depth look at the world of ECU athletics. Welcome in to Hoist the Colors with your host, Stephen Igoe on 94.3 The Game. Watch the show live on Facebook and at 94.3thegame.com. Now, here's your host, Stephen Igoe.
All right, welcome into this Monday, June 12th edition of Hoist the Colors on 94.3 The Game. Excited to have you back with us to start off a new week, and we've got a lot to discuss. We've got our ongoing ECU football opponent previews. We are going to talk later in the show with people that cover SMU and Tulane. Of course, we've already gone through several of the opponents for the upcoming 2023 ECU football season. We're going to continue that with SMU and Tulane. We'll talk to our old friend, Corey Glore. He is the voice of the Tulane Green Wave. We'll catch up with him, talk about the Green Wave football team, and also basketball and baseball as well, which just came off an NCAA tournament appearance, conference tournament championship. We'll also speak with Jordan Hoffeditz, who covers SMU for 24/7 Sports, PonyStampede.com. We'll check in with him, see what he's up to, and see what the Mustangs are going to be like this year. Huge transfer class. They'll be coming to Greenville on a Thursday night, so we'll get scouting reports on what to expect from SMU and Tulane. We're also going to continue our look at the new look American Athletic Conference. 6 new teams are coming in. Philip Pilkington is in the 94.3 The Game studios. Philip, we've done UTSA, UAB, and Charlotte. We've got 3 more teams to do. Today we are doing the Rice Owls, and I don't know about you, but nobody gets my blood going more than Rice.
Why is that? I got to hear this story. There's got to be some backstory to this.
I was being as sarcastic as possible.
Oh, okay.
I think Rice has got to be the most boring team. Like I've tried to get mad at them, and I can't even do it. And no disrespect to Rice. I know it's a high academic institution. They've got great tradition in baseball, which we'll get into. But when I think of the least sexiest schools possible, I think Rice has got to be number one.
Yeah, I think the only people that are happy about this is our directors of ops because it's only 6 miles from Houston, so I'm guessing they can stay in the same hotels and eat in the same restaurants that they were eating at when they went to go see the Cougars. But that's about all I've got for excitement for Rice. But if the baseball team comes back to what they used to be, I mean, that could be exciting, but they're a long ways from that right now, unfortunately.
So we'll talk about the Rice Owls here shortly. I want to first note there's a big recruiting weekend coming out of East Carolina, and we'll have continued coverage on hoistthecolors.net. I'm also expecting an announcement probably sometime this hour in the 12 o'clock hour for a commitment coming out of that weekend, so we'll keep you up to date there if there's any breaking news. Of course, we got the VIP chat going on hoistthecolors.net. We've got VIP coverage from some recruiting visits for guys. Give their reactions to those visits. You can check it out, hoistthecolors.net. 60% off a VIP special going on now. Philip, we also talked about on Friday the Super Regional. Were we interested in Super Regional weekend? And I found myself watching probably more than I thought I would. I particularly kept a close eye on Virginia, which lost the first game to Duke. As we were on the air Friday, they had fallen behind, and they ended up losing that game on what looked to be a walk-off home run from Jake Geloff. It was called at the warning track, but they bounced back. They win two. So ECU, yet another season of playing an opponent that ends up going to the College World Series in either a regional or super regional, and it kind of shows you how tough that draw was. But did anything stand out to you from either that series or super regional weekend altogether?
Yeah, I mean, that series, I guess the nice thing was if you're going to lose, you went out and saw a team beat a team that had taken 2 out of 3 from them earlier in the season, and they responded well and continued to play at the level they played against when they played the Pirates. So it's never fun to lose, but at least if you're going to lose, you felt like you lost to a truly superior opponent. Other than that, just how dominant Wake Forest really is. I mean, not that I think Alabama is anything special, but they still hosted it. They're still in the NCAA tournament for a reason. Like Coach Godwin says, all the teams that you face at this point in the year are good, and they went out there and made Alabama look totally irrelevant this weekend.
Wake Forest is unreal, and we'll see if they can snap the curse of the number 1 overall seed winning the national title. Has not been done, I believe, since '99. If anybody's going to do it, you would think it'd be Wake Forest. So thus far, Wake Forest has punched its ticket to the College World Series. LSU punched the ticket with a sweep of Kentucky. Virginia, of course, going. Oral Roberts, the big story, the 4th seed. And I've said all along, man, this is not a 4th seed. I know they were seeded as 4, which technically makes them a 4 seed. But in terms of talent, they entered the tournament, I believe, with 46 wins. I mean, that is a ton of wins. And they only lost the 1 game to Oregon. Then they came back, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So I don't know about you, Philip, but I'm excited about how the field's shaking out. You've got some underdogs, and there's still a couple of games left to be decided. 6 of the 8 tickets have been punched, but you got Tennessee and Southern Miss playing a rubber game today along with Stanford in Texas. I'm really pulling for Southern Miss to make it, but even if it ends up being Tennessee and whoever, I like how the field's shaping up for Omaha.
Yeah, it's an interesting group, and we talked about at the beginning of this tournament the parity in college baseball at this point, and you're seeing that, especially with a team like Oral Roberts becoming the 3rd ever 4 seed to make it to Omaha. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. I was a little shocked that they were a 4 seed.